Neo-Yokosuka floated above the clouds, a city of glass towers and neon dreams. Holographic ads danced in the air, and every street glowed with energy, making the city feel like a waking dream. People moved along paths of light, their faces serene, their lives seemingly perfect. But beneath the flawless surface, smiles were too fixed, laughter too hollow, a beauty that hid something deeper. The city's light illuminated everything, but revealed nothing, masking secrets no one dared question. Citizens never spoke of the world below. Their memories were curated, their happiness manufactured. The founders designed every detail, guiding lives along safe, predictable paths, a gentle cage of comfort. In this luminous world, one boy began to notice the cracks in the light, and that's where our story begins. Kaen, 17, saw the world differently. His art revealed colors and shapes others missed. While most people hurried through the city, eyes fixed on their own paths, Kaen noticed the subtle glow of neon reflected in puddles, the way shadows danced along the walls, and the hidden beauty woven into the city's chaos. To him, every corner held a secret, every light a story waiting to be told. He painted not the city's perfection, but hidden murals of swirling dreams and faces he'd never met. His hands moved with a purpose he barely understood, guided by visions that flickered at the edge of his mind. Each mural was a fragment of a dream, a memory that didn't belong to him, yet felt achingly familiar. Sometimes his art came alive, light bending, colors floating, a power he kept secret in a city that feared difference. The paint shimmered and pulsed, as if the walls themselves breathed with his imagination. Kaen knew he had to hide this gift, for the city was quick to silence anything it could not explain. His murals showed a girl with eyes like shattered stars, trapped in crystal, a vision haunting his dreams. Night after night, her image appeared in his mind, her gaze pleading for freedom, her presence both comforting and unsettling. He wondered if she was real, or just a figment of his restless imagination. Kaen felt alone, his art the only outlet for the truth he sensed beneath the city's illusion. The city's noise faded when he painted, replaced by a quiet certainty that he was meant for something more. Yet, the more he painted, the more isolated he became, as if his gift built walls no one else could see. By day, he blended in. By night, he became the ghost artist, chasing visions and wrestling with the strange light in his hands. The city's crowds never noticed him, but the night belonged to Kaen and his secret world. He moved through alleys like a shadow, leaving behind traces of wonder that vanished by morning. People glimpsed his murals, felt unsettled, and quickly forgot, erased by the city's design. It was as if the city itself conspired to keep his art hidden, to bury the truth beneath layers of routine and indifference. Only Kaen remembered, carrying the weight of forgotten dreams. Kaen didn't know what his visions meant, only that the world around him felt like a lie. Every day he questioned the reality he lived in, searching for cracks in the city's perfect facade. He wondered if anyone else saw what he saw, or if he was truly alone in his perception. He was searching for answers, not knowing the question. Each night's journey was a quest for meaning, a hope that somewhere in the city's labyrinth he would find a clue to the mystery that haunted him. His art was his only truth. In every brushstroke, he poured his confusion, his longing, and his hope that one day the city would see what he saw. And he was about to discover why. The night ahead would change everything, as Kaen's search for meaning drew him closer to the heart of the city's greatest secret, and to the truth behind the girl in the crystal. One night, Kaen was drawn by a mysterious, flickering light that danced through the shadows of Neo-Yokosuka. It was unlike anything he'd seen before, an ethereal glow that seemed to call his name, pulling him away from the familiar streets and into the unknown. Compelled by curiosity and a sense of destiny, he followed the light deep into the city's forgotten depths, where the neon faded and silence pressed in. The air grew colder, the walls older, as if he was stepping back in time to a place the city itself had tried to erase. There, hidden beneath layers of concrete and secrecy, he found her, the girl from his murals, the one who haunted his dreams. She was suspended in a massive, humming crystal, her form glowing with an otherworldly radiance that seemed both beautiful and tragic. As Kaen approached, her eyes fluttered open, shards of light reflecting within them like shattered stars. In that instant, time seemed to stop, and the world around him faded away. Suddenly a voice echoed in his mind, not spoken aloud, but resonating deep within his thoughts. "You can see me! You can see the truth!" The words vibrated with power, filling him with awe and fear in equal measure. The girl, who called herself Liora, revealed the city's greatest secret. Neo-Yokosuka, with all its dazzling lights and perfect order, was nothing more than an illusion, a carefully crafted dream maintained by a device known as the Celestia Refract. Every memory, every sensation, every moment of peace was a projection designed to keep its citizens docile and blind to the truth. The city's perfection was a mask, a shimmering veil that hid the reality beneath. People wandered through their lives, content and unknowing, never questioning the world around them. It was a dream so convincing that even Kaen had believed it, until now. Liora explained that she was the guardian of the true light, a pure and powerful energy source the city's rulers had suppressed. Her crystal prison was both a cage and a lock, keeping her and the truth hidden from the world above. As long as she remained trapped, the illusion would endure. Kaen learned that his own strange abilities were a fragment of this true light, a connection that the city's illusion could not erase. He was different, not by accident, but by design. The light within him was a beacon, a sign that the truth was still alive. He realized then that he wasn't a glitch in the system, he was a key. The city's illusion had tried to erase him, but instead, it had awakened something powerful inside him. Liora pleaded for his help, her voice trembling with hope and desperation. "Find the true light, shatter the illusion, and free the city," she urged. Only together could they break the chains that bound Neo-Yokosuka and reveal the world as it truly was. The revelation shattered Kaen's reality. Everything he had ever known, every memory and belief, was a carefully constructed lie. The weight of the truth pressed down on him, but beneath the shock, a new sense of purpose began to burn. For the first time, Kaen understood his place in the world. The truth was calling to him, urging him forward. He was no longer lost. He had a mission, a reason to fight. And as he stepped out of the shadows, Kaen knew he couldn't turn away. The fate of Neo-Yokosuka and the hope of its people rested in his hands. Liora explained the refractors, Neo-Yokosuka's founders, used the Celestia Refract to control reality and memories. They believed humanity couldn't handle the real world, so they built a perfect illusion, editing memories to erase doubt. Anyone who questioned the truth had their thoughts replaced with pleasant lies. Kaen realized even his own memories could be false, his family, his past, all possibly fabricated. The city's festivals of light were actually mass memory wipes, reinforcing the illusion. To free Neo-Yokosuka, Kaen and Liora had to fight not just a system, but an idea, one that convinced people to love their cage. The refractors weren't just jailers, they were gods of a false paradise. The challenge: could Kaen awaken a city that didn't want to wake up? The fight for truth had truly begun. Kaen couldn't do this alone. He turned to Ren, a tech prodigy who saw through the city's perfect systems and eagerly joined the cause. Sora, a fearless parkour runner who knew every hidden path, brought her outsiders' perspective and drive for real freedom. Jin, the old librarian, provided forbidden knowledge and fragments of lost history, guiding them with wisdom. Together they formed a team: the artist, the hacker, the explorer, and the historian. Their friendship was forged in secrecy and a shared hunger for truth. They met in hidden corners, planning rebellion in a city of illusions. Their bond became their anchor, a real connection in a world of lies. Against impossible odds, they found strength in each other, and together they prepared to challenge the refractor's world. As my powers grew, the illusion around me began to fracture. I'd catch glimpses of the ruined world beneath the city's neon. Grey skies, crumbling towers, the truth bleeding through. My memories twisted. Family moments blurred, faces faded, and I felt like a stranger in my own life. The refractors tried to fix me, but the true light fought back, turning my mind into a battlefield. My friends kept me grounded. Ren searching for patterns, Sora leading me to places where the illusion was weakest. The most painful moment came when I tried to paint my parents. My power revealed unfamiliar, sorrowful faces. Liora's voice reminded me, the true light exposes not just the world, but who we really are. My powers weren't just breaking the city's illusion, they were unraveling my own false identity. Everything I thought I was had been crafted by the refractors, but now I was starting to see the real me. Our fight became a battle over truth itself. Jin uncovered records showing the world below was a wasteland. Neo-Yokosuka was built to protect people from despair. Sora argued for freedom, insisting that living a lie wasn't living at all. Ren questioned if revealing the truth would only bring pain. Was the beautiful lie better than a harsh reality? Their debate split us, but I was caught in the middle, torn between comfort and truth. My art, my powers, and Liora's call all pushed me toward reality. I realized truth, no matter how painful, had dignity. People deserved the choice the refractors stole. It wasn't about destroying happiness, but giving everyone the freedom to find it for themselves. That became our mission. Our plan was simple but dangerous. Ren would hack the Celestia Refract, while Sora and I hunted for its core. The The refractor's enforcers, the specters, hunted us relentlessly, warping the city's illusion to trap us. Betrayal struck. A trusted ally revealed our plans, leading to a brutal ambush. Jin sacrificed himself to save us, his last words urging me not to let the truth die. Grief fueled our resolve. The fight was now personal. My powers surged. I unleashed a blast of true light, shattering the illusion in one sector. For a moment, everyone saw the ruined world beneath the dream. The refractors quickly restored the illusion, but doubt had been planted. Now, we were fugitives, hunted through tunnels and shadows, barely surviving. But we pressed on, closer than ever to the Celestia Refract. We fought for Jin's memory, for each other, and for a real tomorrow. The city's fate was in our hands. We refused to give up. We reached the heart of Neo-Yokosuka, the chamber of the Celestia Refract. The air shimmered with energy, every surface pulsing with a strange, otherworldly light. It felt as if the entire city was holding its breath, waiting for a decision that would change everything. The refractors, weary and sincere, offered me a choice: help perfect the illusion, erase my pain, and live in paradise, or shatter the dream and set everyone free. Their eyes pleaded for understanding, for someone to share the burden of this impossible decision. They promised a world without suffering, a place where every longing could be fulfilled, where no one would ever feel alone again. But then, they showed me the ruined world below, the reality hidden beneath the shimmering veil. The devastation was overwhelming: crumbling buildings, empty streets, a silence that echoed with loss. They asked if freedom was worth the suffering, if truth was worth the pain that came with it. For a moment I was tempted: peace, family, happiness, all within reach. The illusion offered everything I'd ever wanted, every wound healed, every regret erased. I could see myself living that perfect life, surrounded by love and laughter, never having to face the darkness again. But Liora's voice echoed in my mind, gentle yet insistent. What does your heart tell you is real? Her words cut through the haze of temptation, reminding me that even the most beautiful illusion is still a lie. I thought of my friends, our struggles, Jin's sacrifice. Those were truths the refractors couldn't fabricate. The pain we endured, the bonds we forged, the moments of hope in the midst of despair. These were the things that made us real, that gave our lives meaning. I realized a life without real love, pain, or freedom wasn't living. It was just a copy. To accept the illusion would be to deny everything that made us human, to trade authenticity for comfort, truth for a beautiful lie. So I made my choice to break the illusion, no matter the cost. My heart pounded as I shattered the crystal, knowing that I was unleashing chaos, but also hope. I chose to face the world as it truly was, with all its flaws and all its possibilities. The fate of Neo-Yokosuka hung in the balance. The city trembled, caught between two realities, as the illusion began to dissolve and the truth emerged from the shadows. Would people thank me or hate me for destroying their world? Would they see me as a liberator or a villain? The uncertainty was overwhelming, but I knew I had to accept whatever came next. Could truth and love survive the shock of reality? Would the bonds we'd built endure, or would they be swept away by the pain of awakening? Only time would tell if hope could grow in the ruins. Only one thing was certain: I chose the real world, and I chose to be free. Whatever the future held, I would face it with open eyes and an open heart.